Today we're looking at a somewhat provocative yet insightful perspective on company culture. There's a quote I love, which is, think of your company not as a family, but as a team. This advice comes from the founder and first CEO of Netflix, Mark Rudolph, and it resonates deeply with what we see in high-performing organizations. Hi, I'm Nathan Harrington, owner and founder of Nathan Harrington Coaching, learning and development for leaders. If you want to be notified whenever I release content like this, be sure and hit the subscribe button below. Let's break down why this approach can be more beneficial for your business, and I'll cap off with some actionable tips at the end to integrate this mindset into your company culture. First, the idea of family in business can create unrealistic expectations about loyalty and permanence. In a healthy family, you don't expect to fire someone because they weren't pulling their weight. Healthy families are bound by unconditional love, not performance. But in a high-performing sports team, every player knows they must meet certain standards. They have clear roles, responsibilities, and the understanding that if performance wanes, changes will be necessary. However, this doesn't mean that a team lacks compassion. It's about having clear, shared goals and helping each other succeed within those parameters. Second, consider the growth and development differences between families and teams. Hey there, just a quick announcement and then we'll get right back to the show. Let's talk burnout. Have you noticed how you can come back from a fabulous vacation and still feel drained as soon as you get back to work? See, it's not a lack of rest that leads to burnout. It's a lack of being up to something that truly matters to you. That's why I've created my free workbook called The 5 Keys to Mission-Driven Leadership. It provides actionable tips for staying connected to your best self and inspiring others. Download it for free by clicking the link in the show notes below. And now, back to the show. Consider the growth and development differences between families and teams. In families, growth is often emotional and relational. Teams should include emotional and relational growth, but they've got to focus on growth that is strategic and skill-based and aligned with the team's objectives. High-performing business teams invest in training, development, and feedback to enhance performance in the same way that sports teams operate to stay competitive. While acknowledging that team members need support, this setup avoids the pitfall of complacency that can come from too familial of a setting where performance might be overlooked for the sake of harmony. Lastly, let's talk about accountability and support. In a team, accountability is clear-cut. If a member makes a mistake, it's addressed directly and strategies are implemented to prevent future issues. This doesn't mean that an environment becomes cutthroat. Rather, it creates a culture where everyone is clear about expectations and works together to win. Clear roles and goals enhance not only productivity, but also camaraderie, as everyone understands their contribution towards a common victory. Now, how do we cultivate this team-oriented culture effectively? Here are 3 tips. Define roles clearly. Just like on a sports team, ensure everyone knows their position and responsibilities. This clarity will help in aligning efforts and measuring performance objectively. Establish performance metrics. Set up clear, attainable, yet challenging goals. These metrics should motivate the team and provide a clear direction for business growth and individual contributions. Number 3, demand open communication. Insist on a culture where feedback is delivered constructively and consistently. This approach upholds high standards and ensures that every team member feels valued and supported in their roles. By shifting our perspective from family to a team, We can create a dynamic, supportive, and high-achieving workplace where everyone knows the game they're playing and how best to win it together. You agree? Disagree? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for tuning in, and remember, it's not about being less of a community. It's about being a community that strives for excellence.